Magdolna Bódi, known as Magdi. She loved flowers and books, enjoyed cycling, laughed a lot, and made friends wherever she went. She seemed like an ordinary young girl from the first half of the 20th century. So why do we talk about her so much nowadays? To find the answer, we have to travel back in time to 1921, when Magdi was born in Sigliget. Her father likely arrived in the country without papers as a prisoner of war from Upper Hungary, Veszprém, which meant that her parents, who worked as estate servants, were unable to marry. Life was not easy for the family. They moved frequently, following job opportunities. From a young age, Magdi felt an irresistible pull toward Jesus, with whom she formed a lifelong friendship. As a child, she willingly walked long distances to church, but she also recognized God's presence in nature and the beauty of Lake Balaton. She often took local children with her to Sunday Mass and prayed a lot. At the age of 17, she realized she wanted to become a nun. However, as a child born out of wedlock, this dream was not possible for her. Nevertheless, she dedicated her life to Christ. She took a vow of chastity and, even as a factory worker, led people toward Jesus. How? In a Magdi way. Through kindness, joy, and care. If needed, she spent days collecting donations to buy warm clothes for orphans, prepared food packages for wounded soldiers, sewed clothes for the poor, and supported expectant mothers. She never gave up. When she was not allowed to serve as a nurse on the front lines, she found other ways to help people. And help was certainly needed, as the Second World War had already been raging for years. By 1945, the war had reached Magdi's home in Liter. The 24-year-old had heard much about the violence committed by soldiers. She decided that she would uphold her vow of purity to Jesus, even at the cost of her life. And so it happened. On March 23, 1945, when a Soviet soldier attacked her, she tried to flee, but she was powerless against the weapon. In her final moments, she also tried to protect the other women at the shelter. Then, after being shot, she raised her arms toward the sky and spoke her last words. "Lord, my King, take me with you." News of her martyrdom soon reached József Mindszenty, the bishop of Veszprém at the time, who initiated the process of her beatification. Now, 80 years later, we can finally celebrate Magdi among the saints and blessed.